Okay, today we are going to be doing some more converting practice. So it's just one page. On page 51, it's a little 4, and it is converting practice. Okay, so on page 51, we're going to glue this in. It's going to be sideways. And that's okay. It doesn't matter which side it's facing or which direction. We're going to write in page 51, and this is converting practice. All right. So the first one we're looking at is 3/4, and we are converting from a fraction to a percent. When we convert from a fraction to a percent, we divide the numerator by the denominator, and then to make it a decimal, then we move our decimal 2 places to the right. So the first thing we have to do is divide. Numerator goes inside the box, denominator goes on the outside. 4 cannot go into 3, so I'm going to have to add a decimal. Take your decimal straight up. Add a 0. 4 can go into 30 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. We can't have a remainder, so we're going to bring down a 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract that, we get 0. So as a decimal, 3/4 is 0.75. Then we move our decimal 2 times to the right, once, twice, and put our percent sign behind it. So this is 75%. Next is percent to decimal. So the first thing we have to do is take away our percent sign, so 115. Then to make it a decimal, we move our decimal. So as a whole number, it's behind our 5. Move our decimal once, twice to the left. So that makes it 1 15/100. Next, we have a decimal to a fraction. So remember, we've got, and we pretend like our decimal is a 1. We've got a 0 that gets a 0 and a 6 that gets a 0. So that would be 6 out of 100. Then we can simplify. Both of these are even, so we can divide them both by 2, and that would give us 3/50. Okay, fraction to decimal, we have 7/8. We only have to do half the work as the one above it because we only have to do the division. So we put our numerator inside the box, our denominator on the outside. 8 cannot go into 7, so we add a decimal, take it straight up, add a 0. 8 goes into 70 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract that, we get 6. Add a 0, bring it down. 8 goes into 60 7 times. 7 times 8 is 56. Subtract that, we get 4. Add a 0, bring it down. 8 can go into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract, we get 0. So as a decimal, it is 0 and 875 thousandths. Next is decimal 2%. The first thing we have to do is move our decimal 2 times to the right. So I'm going to go once, twice. And I already put in our 0. I shouldn't have. I should have let you guys see that when you move your decimal once, then twice, you have to add in that 0 as a placeholder. So as a percent, 3.5 is 350%. Okay, percent to a fraction, we take our percent sign away and we put 28 over 100 because percent means per 100. Then we simplify. 28 and 100 are both divisible by 4. So that would give me 7/25.